You can also hear that that flag is moving. An objective is moving across the map. This is Kratos with it in hand. All players have fallen very, very quickly for Ascend. And even though...
Wait.
It is a little bit of a fumble. Maybe it's going to be good. Maybe this is going to be how this game should have ended. And it will be. We're going to game 5 as XSET clutch up.
And you have to think with all those different variants of Aquarius CTF, how they played out. I think anyone who's placing a bet might have thought XSET is going to, in the end, win this out because they allowed a catastrophic comeback to occur just moments before. They will close out game number 4, Aquarius CTF. And how fitting, we are going to a game number 5.
Yeah, it's almost like that should have... I feel like that should have happened a few minutes ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it felt like that was the result I think we were all expecting.
Really
Here's
good.
a look at your series layout so far, 2-2. We're going to game 5.
Slayer Recharge. The more that I've seen this map play between some of the best teams in the world, the more I feel it started to slow down a little bit. It became a little bit of a standoff in those big moments. A little bit like we saw in Bazaar a little bit earlier on. Now, looking at that score, you can Ascend and you think, hey, maybe we've got an opportunity here. But to be honest with you, with how close these two teams have been matched, Andy, I think you could pick a coin up of any value right now and you could flip it and you could convince me that either team's going to win.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I'll take from that series score is that XSET's wins are narrow wins. It's a 2-1 win in ball and a 5-4 win in flag.
Yeah.
However, you look at Ascend's wins, and they're much more convincing. That's also including a Slayer, much bigger margin. So far, if you're just looking at the scores so far, you might think Ascend might have an edge here, but as we always know, it's going to come down to how these play styles match up, and specifically on this exact map and game type.
So much to talk about on the map as well for Slayer, right? We've got so much utility.
Yeah.
We've got so many weapons that could impact the game. You've got the sword, you've got the mangler, you've got the shock rifle, all of these things that can be combined, and it's going to be that opening strategy again, the camouflage. Can you get that in your hands? Can you control the timing on that? And can you manage to get away with it? Throw it towards teammates if you're going to get taken down when you've managed to pick it up yourself. It's going to be a crazy game. And to be honest with you, I'm looking across the stage right now at these 8 gentlemen and I'm thinking, this has been a hell of a series. We should all be very thankful that they're here putting on such a performance for us because this is the kind of Halo I want to see through the weekend to bring us back into this LAN environment.
Absolutely. A battle of Europe and North America here, a battle we've seen told many times before. However, this one's a bit different as we head to game number 5. Historically, North America outperforming Europe pretty handily on main stages, but that has not been the case here as we look to our 5th and final game with these two. And you have to think with how close the series has been on set. Things like grapple control, things like repulsor control, power-up control, easily could be what defines this match and this series.
It could well be indeed. Now, let's just quickly talk about it before we get into this game and we start building that momentum towards a game 5. If XSET win this game 5, all will be forgotten about.
Absolutely.
Ascend, it's a loss in the series. So we need to start picking this up a little bit, everybody in the crowd. We need to start building this up a little bit, right? It's a game 5. The first time we've seen a game 5 on our main stage for quite some time. Here we go. Recharge Slayer, first to 50. It all comes down to this.
Only one more game between these two, and has been an amazing series so far. If you're just joining us, you picked a hell of a time to tune in. We're glad you're with us. 2-2, game number 5, Recharge Slayer to decide it.
Already you can see it's a little bit slow, it's a little bit standoffy, but all of a sudden the pace is starting to pick up here. Porky J and Filthy G will pick up a couple of kills, and off the break, it looks like it's going to be XSET who have somewhat of an advantage here. Make that a 4-1 lead. They have control. Snipe Drone picks up 1, 4-2. Mangler in the hands of Porky J.
Convincing push, but like you said, the fact that Ascend is able to squeak 2 kills out there, going to definitely give them a little bit more time, a little bit more pressure. Also, let them have shock rifle control from top glass.
Now, speaking of pressure, Snipe Drone has the shock rifle. And you've already seen this game start to slow down ever so slightly. One shot here, you will see Ascend start to push.
Absolutely.
You will see them take that opportunity. Filthy G, little shoulder poke. Not showing their head, though.
Not showing at all any opportunity to push. You will see Ascend fly in, shots coming in the glass, but you called it perfectly there on set. Both teams showing each other the ultimate respect. Neither of them wants to make the game-deciding mistake off of this open, just playing so slow, and now 5-3, just like that, a few kills traded out.
This has got the sword, though, but the trades go in the favor of Ascend here. So now just a 1-kill game, and they also have managed to take the sword out of play here for XSET. So weaponry And Sandbox favoring Ascend right now. Snipe Drone still commanding so much respect from the other team with the shock rifle. They're not challenging, they're not poking, but Porky J picking up that kill. Maybe that is the signal now to push.
Gonna be a bit of battle of wits here too, right? Patience. We've seen how fast these teams are playing. Neither team wants to be able to slow this game down, but they're gonna have to. But here comes the push.
Oh, but there's the sword. Shady picks up one, Shady picks up two. Kraos manages to pick up one though. And that's what I meant about weaponry. Control the sandbox, control the game.
Shady's got some kind of sword upgrades I don't know about, because those are some of the two fastest slashes I've ever seen in Halo Infinite. And just like that, they put kills on the board.
Got loose wrists. Snipe Drone with the shots, but not going to quite connect. 10-7 the score. Even with the big play from Shady, XCS still have that 3-kill advantage. Now, what that means is they control the pace, Andy. They can play slow.
Yep, absolutely. And right now, that's enough of a cushion. Make it 11-7, and also make it a camo here, as that will tap out. Shock rifle control for Porky J as well. And like you said, they're going to be very comfortable playing here.
Oh, he's
Shady pulls the trigger a little bit earlier there.
Tried to do what he could in that position, but 13-8 now. You have to say that XCS completely in control. They have the weapons. They have the height on the map. Snipe Drone versus Filthy G. It'll be a trade across the board though. 15-9. A little bit more of a comfortable lead here for the first time for XCS.
XCS going to be happy. Honestly, once you're up by 5 and you start trading at the mid game, XCS's going to be happy to do that. I just want to reiterate Onset what you said. What's at stake here? If Ascend win this game, it's a historic win for Europe that will not be forgotten by the entire continent and even North American audiences as well. If XCS wins this is a footnote in this tournament.
Same old, same old. That's all it will be remembered as. And even though it is only pool play, and I say that with a little bit of an asterisk because it doesn't mean it's the end of the tournament by any means for either of these teams, it certainly will be a big markup for both of them moving forward in the tournament. Porky J with the commando in his hands. Trying to connect with a few shots across map for now. 18-11 the score, so a 7-kill difference between the two teams at the moment. Sika struggling a little bit here. 1-4 for him.
XCS is going to be very happy, like I said, to continue playing this exact game, continue trading out. And they're just going to let these kills go in the way that they have, and not connecting yet with the commando. Snipe Drone should not be winning those battles.
He should not be winning that battle. Suspector puts things right. The camo is going to be coming up as well. And I kind of like the fact that even though it might not have worked there, for a second, you saw the idea, right? They tried to push, tried to be aggressive ahead of the camo to allow them to pick that up. However, XCS held brilliantly. Now they're picking up the kills. Now they have the opportunity to move down to the camo.
Oh, what the hell? What kind of shit is this?
Drone is just done though. If you do that, you find yourself in trouble. You have to wait for your prey to come to you.
Just like that, 8-kill game. This game far from over, and if this series has taught us anything, it's that both of these teams are going to be playing till the very end.
One thing that XCS are doing so well is consistently pressurizing Ascend here. They're not letting them stabilize. They're not letting them set up. They're always looking for a pick, always looking for a kill. Kraos with that kill there, that was huge because it just staggers respawns. Not only does it give them a kill, it buys them time in the game because they cannot do anything here, Ascend. If they're trapped and they only have 3 players, they have to wait for 4 so they can have an even fight across the map.
You can tell they're trying to get the push together, and here it comes. It's a great stick from Porky J, though, to shut down the bottom A push.
Shuts down the push. Picks up the sword, and now he makes Shady play as well. Sika will trade it out, though. 28-20. Snipe Drone picks up 1. 8 kills make it 9 as XCS start to roll here, Andy.
And here's the thing. This is such a big lead that, once again, XCS is very happy to continue playing this game. Ascend, you're seeing them make some great plays. They're backing down the shock rifle player, and then they're also pushing in low A with the sword. So they're very conscious of exactly what they need to do. They can't simply hope that this game works out. They need to have really convincing pushes where they're trading 4 for 2, 4 for 1. They know that they can't continue playing at this pace.
And again, it's 2 kills, this time actually going in the favor of Ascend. So Porky J is going to be in a little bit of a difficult position here, trying to fight around that camouflage. Now the pressure's coming in from Ascend. Kratos, no, that's big off the respawn. Getting into a position to help out his teammates. Suspector will pick up 1 as well. Snipe Drone picks up a double himself. Where is that camo though? Has it been burned? Has it been picked up? And will it be an influence around the halfway point of this game?
You can tell from Snipe Drone's POV, that's what he's wondering as well. That same exact question now, just going to be patrolling top A, pre-nading into control, wondering where that player might be. Here's the camo, all the way in back glass.
huge opportunity here.
7 kills.
Shady has to play this perfect. Picks up one. The information now will be given to
Oh,
Exit.
he almost got him.
Look at that score, 33-26. One thing we should know, and one thing we should note, do not count Ascend out of a game. We've already seen some crazy stuff with them.
We really have. It's been one heck of a series so far. But Spectre finally putting the shock rifle to use there as well. Not done on the C crates as well. Picks up another one. That's a double.
Looking for the triple as well.
Don't
Suspector.
chase. Don't chase.
Plays like that will win you games. As Filthy G picks up another onto Shady, and even though there was a little bit of a comeback starting to happen here for Ascend, all of a sudden it's starting to look like it might go the other way. Look at this play from Kratos, by the way. The survivability, the damage he's doing, but none of them turn into kills. Ascend hold their ground. It is a 6-kill game.
We're getting to crunch time though. Now make it a 5-kill game. This needs to be very good Halo from the side of Ascend.
Legend picks up another 3-kill game. It's a 3-kill game again.
Oh.
Kratos no shields.
Off screen, Shady just did some shady stuff.
Kratos
shit.
dead.
And they pick up even more now, just like that. A 2-kill game, make it a 3-kill game, back and forth. But we are essentially netted up in the home stretch. This was just a 10-kill game.
2 kills between the 2
kills.
teams. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened, but we find ourselves here, right now in Raleigh. What a series this has been as Legend now tries to survive 2 kills still between the 2 squads.
Certainly a series I will not soon forget. Not very often you see
This is
such
probably
back and
like the
forth tug of war
closest
between these
series
two teams, and a battle also
I've seen
of
at
Europe
least
versus
today.
North America. Some shots there on Snipe Drone for Filthy G as they will maintain top control and pipes control.
Exit shaken,
Oh.
but not stirred yet.
Close.
Still 2 kills between the 2 teams.
They should make a play for the shock
Has
rifle.
run
Look
out.
at that rotation there. They move all the way over to pipes on the side of Ascend, and the camo, you just heard it actually run out, so they will run that entire camo. It will not be a factor here. 3 minutes on the clock, 2-kill game.
Oh boy. Suspector has a little punch.
so
Sniper Drone says hello.
They might have to
And this has come to a
change
standstill.
like
You could hear a pin
something
drop.
to like
here
make
in Raleigh.
people.
You could feel the tension
Keep
in the
pushing
air, and you
out.
could feel the adrenaline in the players' hands too.
And how have XSET managed to do it again? They did it in CTF, and they did it with a 10-kill lead here in Slayer. Somehow they've
They
forfeited
should be
those 10
pushing
kills to
out.
make this just a 2-kill game.
Now, is it going to be another battle for that camouflage, or is it going to be Kratos with this sword in his hand who can sneak up, he can jump up, and he can completely blow this setup apart here for Ascend. He has the opportunity to make a play, but you can also see how nervous he is. He knows if he gives this sword away, he could throw the game away as well, but he could also win the game.
Here he goes.
Snipe Drone's down to no shields. Snipe Drone will be taken down,
I
but now
think it's winning
Kratos
already.
finds himself no shield.
Wow.
The Senko will win it, and we have almost a tie game.
Kratos actually decides to challenge instead of holding Attic there. It's a ballsy play. It doesn't pay off in the end. So just like you say, 39-39
Oh, it's
now.
tied up. 11 kills to go for either squad, and Ascend like a phoenix. Take the lead. 10 kills for them to close it out. Shady picks up one. Filthy J goes down as Legend picks up the 40 seconds.
Ammo's up. They
This is
should make a
unreal.
play for
Minute
it.
42 on the clock as well. Keep an eye on that power up. Shots going into long haul. Porky J is bottom middle thinking about this camo.
Camo could win this game for either side. It's been picked up. Exet have camo. 42.
Oh, they're back up again.
Kratos
Tied.
ties the game up again.
No.
Here comes Porky J.
Wait. Oh, why he disconnected
as
or
a
something?
player
Wow.
has fallen out the lobby.
That sucks.
What do you say, Mark? What do you say?
They tied at 42, and
Nail biter of a Slayer there, and you hate to see it. We'll have to find out from League Ops what the call is.
Sorry, everyone.
Oh! An amazing game 5 that we got to see.
dude,
I don't know
that
what the score was when it
sucks.
ended.
It was 42.
But
Hey,
what
look,
a match that was.
look. It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back, and what a series it has been. What a game. But Ascend. I've never seen a team.
So fitting of their namesake.
I don't think this is being casted. I think it's just gameplay. Yeah, this is just gameplay. There's no casting. Oh god. I think they're just gonna roll him. Jeez.
Eagle team halfway to victory. Stronghold captured.
Yeah, they're already trading it out.
Stronghold captured.
Let's POV this.
Stronghold captured. Stronghold captured.
Oh, that was trippy.
Stronghold captured.
It sucks because there's no commentary for this match. Just listen on this one, I guess.
Stronghold
To have
captured.
a European team competing at this level, and by the way, I need to point out here, XSET have been playing their part in this series 1,000%.
Yeah,
They have
this
been
one's not being casted
unbelievable as
either.
well.
Yeah.
But at the start of a game, to see a European team playing at this level is something we don't see very often.
No.
And that just
Any
is
time in a
They should have
Halo
had
West,
this
exactly,
on
and that's super exciting
HCS
to me.
shit.
Absolutely. This team has shown up, and I know we're also watching many other teams here in pools and in open brackets. Like from Australia, Europe, who are here to play and prove that they have what it takes in Halo Infinite. But as you heard, we'll be starting this match once again, essentially at that exact 42-42 mark. In likely a dead standoff.
Oh, dude.
So we are going to pick up right where we left off.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy start to this game, and to be honest with you, it just feels like, you know, this series had to have a crazy ending, right? It had to have a crazy ending. It had to have
Speaking of-
something which we'd remember.
Speaking of crazy endings, we're actually...
Stronghold captured. Stronghold captured.
Oh, I know it. Let's just start right now.
Stronghold captured.
Did he just symbol or did he
Pretty crazy,
pulse
but
him off?
I don't want to see a game be decided on an open strategy.
It's true, and I
Yeah.
think you do bring up a great point. And in the end, League Ops, of course, made the call to do a full restart here, and it's very likely that one kill, like you said, on an opening strategy going wrong, one grenade going the wrong way could have been the opening factor, and maybe that wouldn't do justice to how great
I
this
think
series has
both teams deserve to start from 0-0, go from kill one, and do it all over again.
I'll tell you what, I'm here for it.
Dude, I'm pumped.
I'm ready to go.
Great decision, League Ups, I'm with you.
We get even more Halo. We get the cast on screen, even more Halo that you folks in the room and online get to enjoy as well. It will be a Game 5 restart between Ascend and XSET, and this has been an absolute marathon for these teams.
Well, this is how it's gone so far, everybody. If you're just joining us, you're joining us at the perfect time. Game number 1, 2-1 in rounds. Oddball Streets went in the favor of XSET. The second game, Bazaar Slayer, it was answered back, tying up a 1-1 after Ascend took that one home. Then we went over to Strongholds on live fire. Electric start from Ascend sent them into almost an unassailable lead, which they managed to close out. And then just go and watch it, is what I'm going to say. Wait for this series to be done. Go back and watch the VOD for that Aquarius capture the flag. And XSET clutched up in those final moments to send us to a restart in Game 5. And if, to be honest with you, if you want to know why we're here and you just joined us, go back in the VOD again.
Yeah.
Because that was worth watching in itself to bring us to this point.
Yeah, I was not kidding when I said this is a series to remember as we get into, once again, game number 5 here. It's Ascend versus XSET. One Slayer to decide the series.
Here we go then, Game 5, everybody. Ascend, XSET. Still no idea who's going to win this, Andy. To be honest with you, absolutely no idea.
We've seen so much gameplay from these two teams, and I would not be able to tell you.
Here we
Here we go, into the game.
First kill is going to be picked up by Porky J. Good grenade onto Snipe Drone. Sika now looking to clean up some kills. Legend is going to be eliminated here, as I think this is actually the point of view of Porky J. So we'll get that adjusted, as now we do see Sika in front of us. Spectre going to be taken down by Sika. So that's 3 dead for Exet. However, it's the 1 kill advantage here for Ascend, as a couple more kills will be traded, as that sword is going to be available, and Sika's going to say, hey, I like that blue thing, looks shiny, let me get it in my hands.
This game starting an awful lot like the last one here at 5-4, with essentially the exact same score margin that we saw off of the last. So neither team giving one another an inch as we take a look at some early control, area control for the side of Ascend. They're looking now to maybe push A, but look at the stick from Filthy G at bottom elevator.
Yeah, Filthy G, the G stands for grenade, and that was a filthy grenade as they stuck
you're
Shady
in my
foot.
Facebook
However,
chat,
Sika
hold on.
with that sword managed to trade it out almost
I didn't
immediately.
see.
Tie game at 6-6. I guarantee you, I'm going to say tie game a lot in this game.
I was going to say, I feel like regardless of
Yeah,
what
I'm
the
streaming the
shoulder,
esports.
Shock rifle coming in from Kratos there at the bat ledge, picking up 1 kill, also keeping an eye on the snipe drone push on top glass as well.
Suspected there to give him the help.
I was a little bored, so I was like, I didn't feel like playing, but I was watching
You
this.
have to recognize, if you're sat at home, the pressure on every single one of these shots.
Pressure on every one of these shots and every single one of these players now. It feels like with each time that we have to jump back into the game, it feels like there's even more pressure on them, as this series has been one for the ages.
2 kills between the 2 teams. You can see that Shady wants to get into close quarters. He wants to use that sword, but he's also more than aware that he can't give it away, because then it gives all of the opportunities to push kind of negated for Ascend.
Absolutely. I mean, talk about the risk reward there. You want to use the sword to push. Kratos able to hit the body shot, but does not connect on the headshot with that shock rifle. That's going to be a low push from Legend.
And you see the opportunity to push Filthy G with some big shots. Sika, though, will pick up some kills himself to trade things out. Snipe Drone with another tie game. Put it in quotation marks, maybe a hashtag. As we're going to see, Kratos pick up the camo. Is he going to be able to burn it? It looks like he will. So even though Kratos gets taken down, that's a big, big play from the Exet.
Certainly stays alive, wraps himself around the boxes, makes sure to get the full burn, but just like that, 12-9 in favor of Ascent. So at what cost did they get that camo burn?
Spawn's coming in on the long haul here for Exet. So Shady's actually backed out really, really smartly towards his teammates, calling that information out. Legend's going to have to be quick on this rotation across the map, though, because there is a player who's behind him. Shady now. Hello, welcome to Slice and Dice. A double kill for Shady. 15-11. Ascend with probably one of the most dominant leads we've seen him have.
It really has. Just that tells you how close this series has been. And in that last game that we saw of Aquarius Slayer was a little bit turned around. We saw actually Exet with a 4-kill lead at this point. So Exet now with the pressure against them, their backs against the wall, they're going to need to slow the game down just a bit and make sure that their pushes are a bit more efficient.
Back to a little bit of a standoff between the 2 teams. Now, this is a really big moment in this game, Andy. If Exet lose this next team fight, then all of a sudden it becomes 18-11, 20-11, and double up on the kills. Ascend get into that situation where they just know they can trade from then on in. So this is why you're seeing the pace of the game really slow down.
And Exet does not want to drop this series. They've played so hard, they've fought so far, and they're not going to give up any free kills in a moment like this. One thing I got to talk about is you're seeing now as the meta of Halo Infinite evolves, because we have observer mode, we can see, of course, where their opponents are. So often they're looking at the exact sight line that they need to be, and the player's just behind the wall, and they know exactly who might be checking those angles. So impressive to see over these weeks just how much the meta has evolved here in Halo Infinite.
One shot can completely change the complexion of the game again. Kratos is the man with the power to do so. However, Legend is putting him under some pressure. Takes him down to about 2/5 of his shield. So he's still that 4-kill difference. Camo is up though, and now you're going to see that fight break out, Andy.
Here we go, trying to get an angle. Kratos somehow stays alive. And we're going to keep our eyes on that camo, but 2 kills come in for Ascend.
There you go.
2 kills to Ascend, and they extend that lead, 17-11. And now Kratos and Porky J are split across the map from their teammates. Will Ascend think about making a push? Try and capitalize on this situation. It looks like they might. The grenades are coming in. 2 players stuck
he
for
should have
here,
died
but they haven't picked up the
there.
kills.
Wondering where Sika is. Nice job there. Excellent work. Take down the sword player from Porky J. Back C. He will stay alive. So just like that, still a 6-kill game. It felt like for a moment it could start to get out of hand.
Difference maker though is the sword. You cannot push Porky J here around this head glitch, because he's going to have the angles, he's going to have the distance. But look, 2 swords in play now on the map, and now you're going to see Porky J pick up one onto Legend. Also found himself a shock rifle too.
They keep it close within 6.
So 6-kill game.
Looked like Sika did have that camo. Was not a factor in the end.
7 kills though as Snipe Drone picks one up. 6 and 5 for him.
Kill game.
Shady, what a game he's having. 8 and 2. Yep.
Hate to see it.
Sorry everyone again. Sorry.
Oh my
Can I apologize to
god.
everyone at home?
What?
I mean, the series deserves a conclusion. It deserves a quick conclusion as well. And again, it's just, we can't do anything. I'm sorry.
No.
If I knew what to do, I can promise you watching, we would do it, okay? But it looks like we're going to have some more League Ops operations. I'll tell you what, we're getting on pretty well with League Ops at the moment. Spoken to them
We are,
more
and
than
we're very thankful that once again we're not the ones doing the math here. But as you said, this series deserves a conclusion. So hoping when we jump into this game here on this final one that we'll be able to see it all the way through. But so far, we should talk on set about what we've just seen, and it's a little bit of a turning of the tables. In the first time we saw Aquarius Slayer, it was Xset leading out by quite a bit, 10 kill lead. Now Ascend starting to assert their dominance, and not only are they leading, but also getting that double kill on that camo grab. But I gotta say, Xset keeping it close as well.
Yeah, Xset keeping it close, and I feel like the sword is really the influence on this game so far, which is very, very strange to say. Yeah. When I say strange to say, yes, the sword is very influential in holding down.
Less traditional.
Yes, less traditional, because it is, with teams standing off from each other, it's the sword player who's having to make such a risky play. And what we mean by risky play as well is, you can go in, you might think, hey, I can sneak up on a player, I can get a kill. Doesn't work. With the way that both of these teams are standing off from each other, you are essentially, Christmas comes early, you're delivering a sword to the other team who already might have a lead, and then it becomes even more difficult for you.
Exactly. So just to give you ideas of where that might take place, the most common sword push, we actually saw it in that last game, is going to be from bottom A or top A, from control. And that's the risk. Whether you have the lead or not, trying to push on an opponent with the sword, like you said on set, the last thing you want to do is have to push those doorways when a player has a sword. So it's such a high risk, high reward. Much better to just try to get your angles, pick off the one-shots, but those sword plays are really going to come in even more of importance as we get to the end stage of this game.
I think one thing we can conclude here is that there was a lot of hype, a lot of questions about how Ascend will play on land. 2 players the first time, I mean, just repeat that out loud. It just said it out loud in my head, and I was like, oh, that sounds ridiculous. First time 2 of these players have played at a live event, flying halfway across the world, playing against the established lineup like Xset with, you look at Suspector and Kratos, 2016, they were in the Halo World Championship Finals.
Yeah.
And to play in the way they have, this is certainly a team to watch going forward. But the same could be said with Xset here. It's almost like we're taking things away from Xset. Xset playing at this level is nuts. They have to play at this level to contend with what Ascend. Trust me, I can see it happening. But you hope if you're a European fan at home, I'm sure there's a lot of people supporting Ascend at the moment, and hopefully they're going to see a little bit of a different result here for the NA fans and for Xset fans. I'm sure they're hoping that they can also close things out. But it's, as I say, it's a shame that we've had to
they moved the
restart this
Optic
final game a few times because it's been pretty nuts.
It has been absolutely nuts. We're going ahead and get this stage ready for our final round of the Game 5. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back with that game number 5.
Refresh this. Oh, it is up. Why is this? Jeez. Oh, Trippy went up. So what, like 2-0 right now? She's playing. Hey, Oxygen is a good team. Wait, what else am I hearing? Oh, I'm hearing. Oops, no wonder. I had the wrong song on.
Hold captured. Stronghold captured.
What a shot.
Hold captured.
Damn, they got the triple cap here. Pipes. Oh no, that's a teammate. Is it? Oh no, it's not a teammate. They spawn pipe. Damn, that triple cap really did some damage.
Stronghold captured. Stronghold captured.
Unlucky.
Stronghold captured.
What about reverse this triple cap? Well, they did reverse the trip cap.
Cobra team halfway to victory. Stronghold captured. Stronghold.
What am I hearing? Oh, I'm hearing the optic game.
Stronghold captured.
Yeah, why not?
Flag taken.
Oh my god.
Flag captured.
His shots were on point. Damn. Got defeated. Pistola. Good escape. Oh, you still got the kill. Wow. Shield. Oh, they got it. Damn. Oh shit. Damn. They're about to make a push. Or they're gonna try at least.
Flag taken. Flag taken. Flag returned. Eagle flag captured.
Does it say eagle flag? Oh, eagle. Right? That's eagle.
Flag taken. Eagle flag returned.
there's still nothing there. Okay.
Eagle flag captured.
So good. I was surprised that made it. I don't know. United won the first map. Yeah. No. Is it Slayer? Yeah, that's Slayer. Is it?
Flag returned.
Not a run. They're gonna make a play for at least one cap. It's not gonna happen. With the 3-0 sweep. Ooh, Trippy went off again. 27 and 15. 9 assists. Trippy. Wow. Aim. Well, I'll take one out. 3-0. There's that. This is just a Fnatic that they're looking for a team there. Let's see. Oh, you gotta have the triple. Still more hits.
Nearing victory.
Rewarded with it.
So many times where he's produced these moments where you're just like, how the hell did he do that? Let's run that back. Let's watch that again.
Pistol, one of the nastiest players on Foundry Match. I was just getting ready to say, he's so sneaky that he worked out so well for this. Look at this, picking up the triple. He's feeling it right now.
Very impressive opening game, similar to what we saw from the likes of Lux, from the likes of Tox, and I think this is a team we have to be talking about as potential winners. Pistol against the overkill as well.
For the combo, oh, he's feeling it. Oh no, here comes the Ola Chan. He is so devastating when he has the fan. Oh, and he's gonna air back up, grab that DMR. Pistola, he was a freak of nature. I felt like it was only a matter of time before he was going to win championships, and I was kind of surprised to see how quickly you had veterans of the team adopting him and bringing him onto their squad.
He's the best one on this team. Okay, we're going to talk him out of this team, and we're going to pick him up on our team. We had to pick him up. We had to.
And it is officially over. Final boss standing up and celebrating. Final boss, your 2010 MLG National Champions.
He comes into the scene in 2007 as this like FFA wizard.
This little kid who is gonna beat you up in free-for-all. In every single event, he seemed to get better and better.
Just be careful here. He's with Ola.
There's one for Ola. Royal 2 versus Ola. Royal 2 gets taken down by Ola.
Get the fight out. That is a triple kill for Pistola.
Pistola's elusive playstyle and outgoing personality have made him a favorite among fans and pros. Already a legend, he continues to define his legacy heading into his 15th year of competition.
When you just watch his perspective, you understand why that team is winning and what is going on. You're just like, wow, Pistola did a hell of a lot with that last life.
Ola's going to be the last player alive here on the snipe tower. He manages to pick up a double. He takes down 2 out of 8 players and manages to stay alive momentarily.
What is he doing?
Oh, my Ola!
Without a shield, he would totally out-BR, out-shoot someone with full shield. He would just somehow always survive and walk away with multi-kills.
Anyone got the return yet? No, not yet. Nico's there.
What a clutch. Ola, insane. Smoke.
Every time that you get a kill on Pistola, you've earned it. He will tuck his head, he will run away, he will jump around.
I remember watching and just being like, God, I need to play like that more.
Pistola, though, manages to stay alive long enough to cap the flag. And Pistola! Not only that, keeps himself alive.
If you go back and watch your screen on VOD, it's absolutely ridiculous. How do you play so smart? You seem to always put up most kills and least deaths for your team. He hits the sniper, the killing frenzy!
Oh, go on, Ola. Find your triple. It's away as well.
DTF Sanctuary, this may be the fastest. Check out, I got your Pistola. A triple kill, extermination, killing frenzy, 11 kills in a row. The crowd is
This looks like it's going to be it, as the birthday boy is going to put in the 5th and final flag cap. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You have your 2011 National Champions instinct.
Wow.
Well, that was free.
Joined an elite category. He won 2 national championships in a row. In fact, congratulations, members of Instinct.
With an illustrious career dating back to 2007, Pistola has recorded over 20 major event wins across 5 different Halo titles, including national championships in Halo 3 and Halo Reach.
Everything just kind of fell into place. Sweeping the rest of the season, winning 3 in a row, winning the national championship. One of those reasons was because we had Pistola on our team. Hands down. We were in the finals against Instinct during a pit CTF game, and he was just like making his way towards their flag, no-scoping everyone in his path.
Every single game, you have chances for incredible highlight reels to emerge. And generally speaking, they do.
The sniper, but over and over again, you've heard the players from team. Oh my gosh!
It's usually the smallest guy on the team's playing on, and then you see him go off. You get really excited. It was just like, it was infectious.
Most people, when you put them on that stage, they crumble. Pistola always rose to the occasion.
Pressure's always there, and it's the kind of the fun part about it. It's exciting.
Pistola, he was never motivated by money. He was never motivated by fame. Pistola wanted to be the best player in the room.
I think he's the best Halo player to ever pick up a controller.
I've been doing this for so long, you know. Obviously, when you've been doing something this long, you always have, you know, there's a certain point when you start having doubts about, like, you know, when's my time? When's it up? But I guess it's not yet.
You guys have anything to say about that? I cannot agree more. Please don't retire anytime soon. I love it.
Welcome back, everybody, to Raleigh here in North Carolina.
Finally.
Welcome back to the
Jeez.
Halo Championship kickoff.
I feel like
major.
Accent's gonna win now.
We're going to get back into a
From that
Game
long
5.
break.
Been waiting quite a while to get back into a Game 5. We've played a few Game 5s, but we haven't got a conclusion to what has been quite an incredible series between 2 teams, Andy, who have put on quite a show.
That's right. We have not gotten our conclusion. daggone it, we're going to get our conclusion here. We're going to cross our fingers
until we get our conclusion.
Cross our toes, and we're going to get into this game because I'm going to find out who's going to win this series.
Well, here we go then, everybody. Let's try this one more time. Ascend versus XZ. Game 5. Now, the ruling for everyone joining, Ascend need to hit 43 kills. It's a 0-0 start right from the beginning of the game. XZ need 50 to win the Game 5 that we find ourselves in and the series. Here we go once more.
And we're back underway, and once again, it's a 7-kill difference. That's where we left off in the last game, and Ascend will need 43. XZ needs 50 here. First few kills going the way of Ascend.
Yeah, pretty good start for them. They're gonna have that camo as well, but look at the play actually coming in from Kratos. Shady got away, and look at the cover coming in from Snipe Drone. Sika picks up another. Shady stays alive, and somehow he's managed to do so for quite some time. 5-3 though, as a couple of kills will be clawed back here from XZ. So Shock Rifle still in the hands of Snipe Drone here, and you can see he's aware of those spawns. He's backing off to make sure that weapon stays in their hands.
That's right, we'll see. The Shock Rifle has not been an enormous factor in these versions here of Slayer on Recharge. We'll have to see if that's a different case this time around.
Well, back to a little bit of a standoff between the two teams. Shady, the furthest player up, who is close enough to engage. Good shots there from Legend across map, are going to slowly back up those players. Now you can see maybe Shady thinking about making a play. And one thing that's been really impressive for me, Shady's never been afraid to make plays in this series. He's always been the man who's created the openings for his team.
Absolutely, just patrolling around here, trying to exchange some shots from Yellow into control, but also getting dinged quite a bit. But Kratos, once again, is getting pretty anxious to push from that long haul. That's not the first time we've seen him try to make that push aggressively and it not pay off.
Yeah, I mean, he has to make the play, though. Someone has to make the play, right? Even though you can say, oh, it hasn't worked, it doesn't look good. If they don't make the play, they ain't going to win the game. Someone has to try and make a push to claw back that deficit. But at 8-4, Shady and Ascend still have control of the map. They have a full squad wipe to play with as well. If a couple players die, they still have that cushion to work.
Let's not forget, with that 7-kill difference in the aggregate score, trading here for Ascend is possible because they're up now by quite a margin.
No.
Need to be careful. Very, very careful now.
Very careful, and they cannot let this game continue to play out at the tempo it had been. Snipe Drone from the back of elevator with the Shock Rifle. Was the scene of the crime. Now he's got the sword as well.
12-7. 5 kills still the difference between the two teams. Shock Rifle has been dominant from Snipe Drone, though. And if he carries on at this kind of pace with this weapon, we'll have to start calling him Shock Drone because he is not missing.
And here's the question. Did XZ start this game, and are they playing this game understanding they're down by 7, right? It's difficult in a restart to mentally play with that exact score in mind. So far, that hasn't been the case. Like we said, they need to make sure that they start to gain control, be much more efficient with how these kills are being traded out.
And at the moment, the only thing that's forced moves from either team from this little standoff position is that camouflage popping up. That's when we've seen the engagements come in. And also, you can also see a push coming in here. Snipe Drone's going to turn the sword over, as well as that Shock Rifle. But I love the play from XZ. They recognize they have to do something here. And Porky J, goodness me, that's a big kill. That brings the game back within 2. With the score down below, but obviously we still have that 7-kill margin between the two.
And man, did he ever tee up that insta-splode. That was telegraphed. Lays down the first plasma, even though a player was on the second box. Great shots from Kratos. Able to get that plasma at the perfect height to keep this game now. Just 1 kill difference on the scoreboard, however, now make that an 8-kill difference overall.
Ascend trapped at the moment. Now we're going to see the play revolve around that camouflage once more. It's popping in around 3 seconds. Do Ascend have the angles they need to, or is Filthy G just going to get involved a little bit earlier to pick up some kills? The Spectre will be killed as well. Legend picking up that one and doing some decent damage once again. Snipe Drone's going to get a trade. Porky J has the sword, but Legend has the camo in his hand. And just a reminder here, Ascend just need to get to 43. It's up to XZ to get to 50.
Look at the timing here. They know there's a lot of pressure around top elevator. Oh! Spectre with the double kill there in the back of A. And just like that, it will stay an 8-kill game.
Oh, no, it won't.
7.
So Spectre with the sword in hand, and XZ start to rally now in this game 5. All tied up with the score at the bottom of your screen, but like we mentioned, Ascend still have that 7 kill advantage. Make that 6 now overall, because that's another kill going in their favor.
And you have to think that XZ has started to realize what's at stake, because they were just down by about 6 kills, and just like that, they've brought this back on your scoreboard here on the screen. Now to have a slight lead, bringing the game overall within 6. Don't worry, we'll keep track of the map as we go.
Snipedrone picks up 1, but 2 kills are going to fall here to XZ. All tied up on the bottom of your screen, but still that 7 kill difference between the two. Snipedrone again, just picking up kill after kill. When it seems like things are starting to fall apart here for Ascend, Snipedrone will pop up in that kill feed and just calm things down again.
Yeah, and XZ, once again, they need to play doubly as efficient as they normally would, because they cannot continue at this pace here. A little bit of control of the shock rifle, looking into glass from Kratos here. Needs to be aware of the pipes push as well.
He certainly does, but one thing they need to be aware of as well here, XZ, is the time at the bottom of the screen right now. 6 minutes 20 in this game. They need to turn over a 7 kill deficit, an 8 kill deficit at this point. They can't afford to sit off for too long. At some point, they're going to have to make pushes, and that's just going to fall into the hands of Ascend.
You're absolutely right. They're going to have to make some calculated risks, and like you said, Ascend's going to sit back and let those risks come as they do, and just hope that they'll be able to end one of those pushes. Still, just like that, these two teams not wanting to give each other an inch.
Camouflage coming up. Now we're going to see movement on the map once more. Shady, the playmaker for Ascend, gets that first kill. Shady's going to find 2 as well. Here's Sicker in a 1v1. Porky J is left without any friends as 2 kills will fall, and that means the camo, will fall into the hands of Legend as he works once again in that buddy system now. They are looking strong here. They've got a lead, and they are starting to extend it.
You could see it happening off screen. 2 players go down bottom mid to get camo together. Either way, they were getting camo no matter what, and they come away with it. However, will be traded out in the end. Porky J gets that kill to keep things within reason.
Within reason, but still at arm's length here for Ascend. They need to hit 43. Just to remind you, XZ need 50 in this game. Snipedrone and the rest of Ascend kind of just trapped at the moment. Back pipes need to find a few more angles, but at the same time, if XZ have to funnel towards them, you expect them to get trades at least.
Absolutely, and XZ, such a talented team, but they need to make sure that they do not wait to do all this work at the very end. They cannot start to let the side of Ascend get towards those 30 marking and get past that. It's going to create too much of a challenge for them in the end. They need to step it up right here, right now, less than 5 minutes on the clock.
4 minutes 40 to be precise for them to do something, and now Porky J realizes he's got the Mangler in his hands. He needs to try and get into some sort of position to affect this setup, to break the setup, and to get away without trading as well. He needs to pick up a clean kill here. 1 shot onto Sicker, make that 2, and there is that kill. The rest of his team now need to flood Andy.
Kratos trying to push, but somehow Legend wraps around and actually will go down. It's a nice trade from the side of Ascend, and they're just going to look to keep that up.
Spectre takes down Snipedrone. Filthy G now inside of the pipes. Has that Mangler to work with as well, and the clock is just dwindling away from them at the moment, like the sands of time. It really is working against XZ here, but they do have a 2-kill lead in the game. So overall now it's a 5-kill difference between the two teams. Just to reiterate once again, Ascend need 43, XZ need to hit 50.
And you have to think, with the way this has gone, XZ is going to keep at this pace, and things are going to get really tense around that 35 mark. That's not the way XZ wants it to go, but that's looking like what it's going to be. And if they play perfectly, they can absolutely squeak out this win. But my God, are they ever setting themselves up for crunch time at the end of this match?
3.5 minutes left. Conversations now have to be had here for XZ. At what point do we take the risk? Do we try and win this game? Because if it's played at this pace, like you say, Ascend are going to win this game. They're going to win game 5. They're going to win the series.
Yeah, right now this 6-kill lead will just stand, and Ascend is happy to let that clock tick down. We're about to be at the 3-minute mark.
Shock rifle might be the opening. Spectre trying to take a few different angles. Trying to see if he can peel someone off maybe the back of this back ramp around Sword, around this blue turbine area. Shady's going to give him a little peek. Can he give him a haircut in response, though? A little bit of a shoulder shuffle, a little bit of a shimmy and a shake, but no shots are going to be connecting.
Nope. And the good way to think about this, Mark, for more home is that you need Ascend right now are going to continue playing their game. XZ needs essentially a full wipe and a half. So what you're seeing right now is XZ look for the perfect opportunity to push.
Trades come in, though. That's absolutely fine for Ascend. XZ need to be Getting to that point now with just 2 minutes 30 left where they need to speed things up. They need to get aggressive. It's still 5 kills between the two teams. So Spectre might have had that opportunity with one shock rifle shot there connecting to the head. That might have been it, but who is it? No one else but Shady is making plays that can win games like he is.
The reason you're seeing Xset play so tentative is they know that they cannot afford to trade. Therefore, they're looking for the right opportunity to push, get 4 dead, maybe even pick up 2 off the respawn. That would essentially tie us up, but there's only 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left, they're gonna go now. They have to go now. Kratos will get a trade. But it doesn't help the situation for them. Porky J has that shock rifle. Sniper is gonna back him down. 1 minute 50 left on the clock. We're in for a grandstand finish here.
We are, and we need to see a grandstand close from Xset here. They have all the pressure against them, and they need to make something happen. They need to make a high-risk play in the last minute 30.
Looks like they're trying to bait maybe this camo, but they're not taking the bait here, Ascend. They say, hey, if you want camo, that's absolutely fine. We're going to group up together. If we can get into a position where we can get trades, we're happy with that. Porky J and Co, it's time to go. 1 minute 24 on the clock. Porky J looking to peek around the corner, but can't
No, dude, come on, what are you doing?
Right now, the only difference, right, is the fact
you have a minute.
50, keep in mind.
You pretty much have just
we'll
like
see exactly how
about a
that'll come
minute.
down to, but it looks like it might come down to time.
Oh, Suspector picks up
Oh,
one. Suspector picks up 2.
okay. Oh no, it's just pretty much straight to say I thought these white
Things are looking a little bit shaky here for Ascend, but time is on their side. Kratos picks up another one now, and oh my word, they've got 58 seconds to find 11 kills.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Tall order, but hey, I've been proven once wrong on this broadcast and many times before. So 50 seconds on the clock. They need to move. They need to be so aggressive.
Legends just saying, come to me, boys. If you want to play, you got to come and force things. Porky J picks up 1. 10 kills in 40 seconds. Can it be done? It doesn't look like it will be. A couple of kills still going their way. Ascend just need
Ascend just needs
43 and it
4.
will be the game.
Or just hold on.
20 seconds left.
Yeah.
Kratos tries to push. Sika picks up the kill. 15 seconds remaining. Suspector picks up 1. But it looks here
That's it, it's game.
like the damage might have already been done.
Aw, what? That's fucked up. I was watching, man.
It's a European victory.
It certainly is, and a marker down in the sand for everybody to know. If you're going up against the sand, you're going to have one hell of a series on your hand, and I'm sure that's going to send some good vibes to the rest of the teams who have come from different locations over the globe, saying, hey, maybe this is a different game. Maybe this is Halo Infinite, and this is our time to shine for Xset. Again, an amazing series from them as well, just coming up short, but it was a great advert for some of the incredibly intense games we can have, Andy. It was a pleasure to cast.
And it's a team we'll see, again, without a doubt. Xset has performed on the main stage. That's the second time we saw them on the main stage, and I think we're all looking forward to seeing them again. But as we've said before, it's a big victory for Europe because historically, if we look at the past 15 years of competitive Halo, Europe has slowly gotten better and better with their placements over time. It's taken a very long time, but it's a big win for them. We'll have to see if the weekend has more of that in store.
Oh, we certainly will indeed, and I'm sure that everybody who's watching at home right now is thinking exactly the same, like, what's next?
Yeah.
You beat Xset, Xset beat Space Station. At this point, the guys who are sat on that stage or probably just left it are thinking, hey, just bring anyone on right now. We will take anyone on, but for now, that's going to do it from the caster booth. We're going to send it back to the analyst desk. Lottie, please, take it away.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, and well done for persevering through that one. That was quite the journey. So I think for everybody in this room right now, and especially for those on the main stage, and a huge congratulations to Ascend. I've got to say, they made history tonight. I think they made history in many different ways. Longest series ever, and the fact that they did manage to run away with that one. Fantastic stuff from the UK lads, and the French lads, of course. But just, yeah, I think overall for me, I kind of saw things switch up a little bit there for Ascend. In terms of Gold Boy, we kind of talked through that one. And I saw a bit of a difference to the way that they started off, okay? You know, they had very slow starts at the beginning. We kind of saw them lead the way with kills as soon as they kind of gathered that they really needed a hot start straight out of the gates. What did you notice about the switch around there for them to actually go and take that series?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just got to start the game off with a lot more purpose, right? Like, it's weird to say because Halo's a respawn game, so, you know, unlike like Attack FPS, for example, where like, yeah, sure, you know, you could probably start off, get a few frags, like that dictates a round. But in Halo, you know, if you have a slow start like that, it's gonna bite you in the butt multiple times, and that's what happened to Ascend on multiple occasions. So what I really think they have to do is look back at the tape, realize what were some of the gaps that they had. You know, besides being up there for 15
I'm
hours,
actually gonna hop off because I have to go do some things. I just wanted to stream what I was watching for a little while.
They have to play the way that they
but
play
yeah,
that live fire stronghold.
might not be
They have to
back
play
later
like
tonight.
that every time, and if they play like that every time, Gas gets
There's
Yeah, I think it's difficult
a
when it
lot
comes
to
recharge.
do,
It's naturally one of the slowest
but
maps,
for sure.
we'll see. I'll for sure be back on tomorrow on Sunday for sure.
Take down Exit with the
So
strategy,
we'll
especially
see.
when they had the 7-kill lead going
Be
into that
tuned in. I
restart.
appreciate
They said,
you.
"Look, all we
And,
need